Hello everyone and welcome back to a continued playthrough of Tomb Raider 1 Remastered. This is Tyrion Raider here and today we are playing level 14, which is Atlantis. So to start off with, let's have a look at the statistics. So I'm just going to go into the compass now. Okay, so we've got 0 out of 3 secrets, so this is another level with 3 secrets, pretty standard for Tomb Raider 1. There are 51 pickups on the remastered version of the game. In the original there are only 50. You won't have to look out for much though, because it's simply the difference between a double stack of Uzis and a triple stack of Uzi clips. Uzi clips, not Uzis, I mean. So yeah, you know what I mean. So it's just going to be a little bit more ammo on the remastered version, and it's where ammo is already located anyway, but I'll get to that when we find it. And there are going to be 32 kills on this level, so quite a big level, quite difficult. This level is actually quite unfair to play on no loads, no meds with max % prerequisite, which is finding all kills, items and secrets, because there are some RNG sections. Like, it's fine to play no loads, no meds, but when you go max % as well, it can be a little bit frustrating because some areas are left to chance, but I'll show you that when we get there. So for now, I'll just get started and get into the strategy. Just saying, because up until now, I have been playing on a very max % no loads, no meds style, so been trying not to use those medipacks or die, but I might have to on this level because it's a bit different. But anyway, we're going to pick up our first Uzi clip here. There we are. And there are 6 eggs in front of us. That egg over there, nearest to us to the left, you can see it's moving a bit. It's about to explode. If we walk near it, it will. So we'll just walk slowly towards it and then hop back as soon as it blows. Hop back and shoot. Have your Uzis at the ready. There we go. Shot one, but there's going to be another one here. So across there, we can see the arms are moving. So we take out our Uzis. And hop back. Side, and we bounced off the slope there, but it doesn't matter as long as we're moving around and it can't shoot us. Just try to keep a certain distance and keep moving with the side jump feature so the mutant can't hit you with darts or fireballs. Anyway, there's going to be a third egg we can take out here, the one to the far left, so we're going to approach this. There's a little pillar in front of it, so we can use that to give us some cover. Oh, damn. Got hit for a second. I think we got hit by a fireball. That's unfortunate. Anyway, we'll just keep going. If you are doing a no loads, no meds of this level, whether it be max % or just regular no loads, no meds, you're going to have to conserve health quite carefully and practice this. So just letting you know, and we did pick up more Uzi clips from this spot, but right now, what we have to do is we go to the left. And we go up the stairs. And we are now on the top level of the previous room, so we go right into the left corner here. We pick up this small medipack. And we now go to the middle of the room because there is shotgun shells just sitting there. We still have 3 eggs remaining below, and they'll hatch from this upper level. You can see 2 of them are already moving, so if we start walking close to the shotgun shell, one of them will probably blow. I think the one just below us. Yeah, not picking up the shotgun shell yet. We'll take out this mutant first. Just be careful of their positioning because they can fly up to the upper level. One thing we can do also, since that's moving, that egg is moving its, I guess you could call them arms, it's moving its arms a bit, we can sort of just walk over to it and it will blow. So walk over to it like this. There we go. And this next mutant will probably run up to the stairs and come out through that corridor, so gotta be mindful of that, but might not. Actually, I think it will, but we've already drained it a bit, so that's cool. Just stand across the gap so you've got a bit of distance. There we go. And we can pick up the shotgun shell now because it's safe. Still got one more egg down there. It's not moving its arms yet, but we can make it move its arms, so we're gonna go over here. Flip this lever around the corner. Now we're going to go over to the other corner. A door has just opened here and it has revealed a lever behind it. It's basically just a closet with a lever. There's a door that opened just here. And that second lever has just opened another door, but we'll deal with this egg first and the mutant therein. There we go. And we've got another flying mutant here. There we go. We can now go through the newly opened door right over here. And we'll just go down the stairs. There's another lever here. We'll flip that lever. And we'll continue down the stairs. And we'll open this door. And as you can see, we are now downstairs again, across from where we went up the stairs to get to the upper level. And the door to the right here, across from where we started, is now open. So we'll just go out here, and we'll be careful here because we are approaching a big lava pit. And there's a mutant here, so keep your guns out. You can look up and see that. There we go, it exploded. And we didn't get hit by any chunks, which is good. Now, what we can do here is we can do a jump across there, but you can see the edge of the chomping blades about to close in on you as soon as you jump to that platform there. So if you jump straight to that platform, you'll have to dodge the blades to go through the corridor. So just be mindful of that. But there is another route where we can avoid that chomper. So we just hang off the edge here, and we can see that there's a rock below us. So we can drop and grab onto the next platform here, climb up, and down here is secret number 1 of Atlantis. So we can pick up the Medipack here, as well as the Uzi clips and the Magnum clips as well. So pick them both up. Magnum clips, Uzi clips. 3 items in total in this secret. And now we climb up this way. There we go. And we'll continue up here. And we'll flip off the edge. Do a hanging drop. And now we've made it past the chomper. So we can just keep going now down this corridor. And as you can see, there's another egg below, but we'll look to our right first. We can see this little crack in the wall here. We can grab onto that, and we can do the drop again to the little cave below. So we'll just go through this little corridor now, and we'll turn around and we'll flip this lever. And we've opened the door now, so we'll keep going up. And we'll pick up more Uzi clips. And I think this is a double stack. Yep. That's awesome. And we can just do a standing jump and get straight down to the platform below. So we're back here again. Now what we do here is we do a running jump and grab across to the other side. So we step back, run, jump, hang. The egg will explode. We then do the same. After doing a roll, we do a run, jump, grab to get back to the other platform, because I think it's a slightly better vantage point for taking out the mutant. And then I think it's the best thing to do is to stand in this corner here, because it's the best vantage point to take out the mutant, which is flying up. And if it flies up too far, go down the corridor for a little bit of safety and distance, but be careful with the chomper. Like, don't run out too far, even though you do have a bit of space here. Like, you'll know because you'll start seeing the corridor above you, the hole we dropped from. So if you start going back too far, so you can use that as an indicator of where the chomper is. Just so you don't step back too far into it if the mutant starts chasing after you. Anyway, now that we're finished with the mutant, we can do a running jump and grab back across. There we are. Now we're going to climb up. And we're going to continue down this corridor. And here we have a slightly more serene room. Water instead of lava. We just do a running jump to get on top of this pillar, but there are problems here. As we can see, there's spikes down there, and there's going to be boulders rolling down there. So what we want to do here is we want to do a running jump to this little dent in the big sliding slope thing, like the big, I don't know what you'd call that, the big sort of like I don't know, what does it look like? It looks like possibly like the edge of a big pyramid that's half buried or something. But anyway, there's a little notch in it. So we can do a running jump to that and try to jump to the left side, because we want to be able to do a standing jump to the one just above it, and we don't want to sort of get caught in the corner there. So you want to give yourself a bit of space. So just like this, then turn a bit and jump like this. There we go, and the boulder rolls straight past. And for this next jump, we are going to jump to another notch in the big sliding ground structure thing, which could be a submerged pyramid under the rock. I don't know how you describe that. Pyramid embedded in rock, maybe. I don't know. It looks a bit like the temple at the end of Natla's mine, so there's something going on with pyramids. It just looks like a part of a pyramid to me. Anyway, what we can do here is we want to jump to that notch over there, and what we do is a bit of an L-shaped jump, so we don't sort of trip on this thing here, because you can get stuck and then you can start doing a standing jump instead of a running jump when you press Alt, and you won't go far enough. You might actually slide into the spikes down there. So what we're going to do, L-shaped jump. There we go. And now we do another standing jump to here. Now I think we can just do a well-aimed side jump to here. Yep. We'll just line her up here. And 2 more standing jumps. And up here is secret 2, which also contains a large MIDI pack and Uzi clips and Magnum clips. And there we go. And now we'll drop back out again. There we go. We can just drop out there and then just slide down to the ground here. Now from here we can take a bit of a shortcut if we want to. We can jump across here. And what this means is there's a room in here that we can flip a lever in, but we can actually skip it if we jump straight across here. But in order to get anywhere, we're going to have to open that door as well. So even if we do go down this way first, we are still going to have to do a timed jumping maneuver to get to that door. We've already done a bit of the sequence to get there, so it just means we're going to have to flip the underwater lever first and do it again. So what we do here is we flip the underwater lever. And we do the sequence again, except instead of going to secret number 2, we're just going to be going to the fleshy door right at the end there that we saw. So we're going to climb up here again, and we're going to do this in a bit of a timed manner, be a bit more swift at it. We've already practiced, so jump to here to the left side, give us room to do that standing jump. Then from here, do an L-shaped jump, L-shaped running jump, and then jump again right near the door, and you should be able to get through. And once you're through, you'll see this room here. This room is about to change, and you don't need to go in here at all really, because you can take the shortcut by just going back through here and jumping straight across to the left, and you can follow those pillars up, which will lead to a lever which will change this room. But what you can do in here is you can open this door as well if you want to, and you can do that by, I'll just do this. You can't actually do a running jump and grab across there because this platform is slightly higher than that ledge over there, so you can't really do a running jump and grab. Like, it looks like you can, but you can't. You can flip this lever here. That'll open that door there. You can do a running jump and grab across. Actually, you can just straight up run and jump across. But I grabbed because I jumped slightly too soon. Anyway, we are now back out here. You could have jumped across from there, but we didn't. We bothered going into the room because we wanted to see what the room looked like before we're about to change it. Well, I did anyway. Decided to just show you anyway. Anyway, we can pick up this large MIDI pack right here. And we keep going, and we do another running jump and grab here. There we go. And in this room here, we pick up Uzi clips. 2 Uzi clips, in fact. They are stacked. Anyway, lever in here. That changes the room down below. Now, if you got in here by doing a jump from there to there, what you're going to have to do now is you're probably going to have to do the underwater lever puzzle that we just did to hop across that pyramid and open that door, but you won't have to flip the switch in there. You're going to have to jump straight to doing the next bit. So I'll just do standing jumps from here down to the door over here. And now that we're in here, we can see everything has changed. The lava has flown in from the windows. The windows no longer hold it back. They've been removed or lifted, or something's happened to them because they're no longer there. Anyway, what we want to do is that ledge has now moved now, so what we want to do is we want to do a running jump and grab across to there. So just make sure you're lined up properly and you're aiming for the lowest point of that moved platform over there that's been pushed to the side by the lava. Running jump and grab. Might not be a running jump and grab, but you can always just grab just as a precaution, because sometimes you might not quite make a running jump. And anyway, we can now access this little corridor. and we keep going up, we notice that there's a little hole here. That little hole actually contains spikes, and it's quite a deep hole too, so we don't want to land in there, so just standing jump over that. And we keep going, and we go up, and to the left here we go for a little swim, and in this pool we have some shotgun shells. To the right, and we turn around and there is a lever. And we open a door, which is just over here. And we swim up. And we climb out. And we are back in the big lava pit room we were before, but we're on a higher level now. You can see down there, that's the ledge with the chomper on it, just to Lara's left there. So what we see here is an Uzi clip in front of us, and we also see the chomper on this doorway as well. When we run through it, it will activate. What I recommend here is actually just running out like this. And because there's a flying mutant that can land here, just do a running jump and grab across to this platform, because this platform does not have a chomper. And you can run in the corridor if something bad happens to you and the mutant starts trying to land, which it is now. Oops, it slightly hit us again with its explosion, but you can sort of shield yourself a bit there. Anyway, we can pick up this 2 stack of Uzi clips here, and we can do our running jump and grab back across to the chomping door platform and pick up the Uzi clips here as well. So we've got plentiful Uzi clips at this point. We shouldn't run out of Uzi ammo at all. Just mind the door, don't get too close to it. Running jump back, grab. And then into this room we go. We drop into another little pool. And we go to the left here behind the pillar, pick up a small medipack. And we surface here, and we're going to surface up here. We're just going to turn to the left and surface right here, because if we climb out here, in front of us is, it looks like, another stack of 2 Uzi clips. Now this room has 5 switches and also how many eggs around us? I think there's like 4 eggs. Yeah, and in this room you only have to flip 3 switches because there are only 3 gates to open. 2 of the switches are optional, but they unleash extra enemies, and one of them is particularly brutal. The brutal switch you don't really want to flip unless you're doing a max % kills run is this one, because there's a mutant that jumps straight on your back, and it's unfortunate if you're doing a no loads no meds max % with all kills as well, because it's a very RNG thing and it can take a lot of your health off. So it's unfortunate. Atlantis is a bit RNG on certain challenges, but what we'll do first is the necessary levers. So this one over here, so just the one to the left of where we picked up the double stack of Uzi clips, is the one we flip first because it opens a gate, and it doesn't really trouble the eggs at all. Like you can see, none of the arms or wings of the eggs are flapping yet or waving yet. So maybe you could just call them egg cords, but the eggs are not moving, so everything's still cool. And then what you do is you just go over to the opposite side of the room. In the other corner of the room is a lever here. You flip that as well. Opens another gate. Check the eggs again. Nothing's moving. We're all good. Now this lever right in the middle here, next to the one we just pulled, that one will probably trigger one of the eggs, but it will also open the last gate. So we turn around, get the Uzi clips out, and we see the eggs kind of flapping there. So we're going to walk over carefully. And this floor over here, there's a bit of a grid pattern on it, so you can sort of navigate Lara's jumping. If she does a side jump, she'll skip a tile, so you can sort of use that so you'll avoid falling in the water during combat by just measuring the grid. If you're being a bit careful, because falling in the water can get you shot at quite easily by fireballs. So say if I'm standing here, it might be a good instinct to jump back before jumping to the side. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to walk closer a little bit, jump back, jump to the side. Now we do our side jump pattern, and the mutant is down. And what we can do here is, if you're not doing an all kills run, you can literally just leave now and leave this room alone. But if you are doing all kills, hats off to you, because you're going to have to deal with something a bit annoying here, especially if you're doing a no loads no meds. The first lever we're going to deal with is the less painful one, which is the one right in the shadows here. Still 3 eggs left, so we're going to flip this lever right here. Flip that. Now, whoop, what am I doing? We see that there's an egg flapping its wings right here, so we approach with caution. If we stand here, we can jump back and start doing side flips again. There we go. Jump back, keep jumping to the left if it does that. I just jumped straight into the pool because that mutant was just coming for me. And now it's flapping around, so it won't be standing still and flying fireballs. Oh, yeah, that mutant came for me then. That was a bit lethal, but it gets worse from here. This lever to the right of the center lever right over there. This lever is a pain in the ass, and as soon as the mutant jumps on you, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to jump back again, and jump back again. And you might end up falling in the water, but it's a better alternative than continuing to get mauled by the mutant. It's very RNG how much damage this takes off. So we'll just see how this goes. So just going to flip it, and as soon as we flip the lever, we're getting our guns out as well. You might even want to do it like this if you want to. If you want to have more control over the running jump over the gap and then flip back around, you can do that as well. Maybe we'll try that. Okay, so jump, flip, Uzi's out, jump over it, run. We're on the other side now. We're at half health now. Bit of a shame because this level still has a lot to go, but we'll just see how we go about it. We'll just see how everything goes. Okay, so we've got our last egg up here, so we'll approach it carefully. And once again, we'll use the grid of the room. So we're not going to be able to do much jumping back there, but we can sort of maybe jump like that. So just get our jumping patterns right. So we're going to walk towards the egg slowly. There we go. There we go. We heard the explosion. Now we've cleared all the eggs, but we're on half health, which is a bit unfortunate, and we did lose a bit of health in the other challenges as well in this level, which is unfortunate, but this is a very hard level to do no loads, no meds max percent, so I nearly said no loads, no megs. Mixing med kit and egg, I don't know. If there was no eggs in this level, it would be quite a lot easier because there'd be less mutants. Anyway, up this corridor, we've just gone through the gates, so we're just going to continue on. And we can continue down this passageway, but down this passageway isn't much, it's just a closed door. We can use that closed door in a minute though. Right now, we want to take a little detour into this passageway with a lever next to the door. Open the door, pick up more Uzi clips, and we see in front of us a boulder has just rolled from the right over here, over there, and is blocking a door. What you can do here is you can just do a jump through there if you sort of squeeze past the boulder, but we're not going to demonstrate that today because I want to demonstrate the dev intended way, which is pulling this block over. I'm showing you the dev intended way because the dev intended way is quite fun, I reckon. So we pulled that block over. Now we're going to push it forward. Now it blocks the slope where the boulder came from, and now we've got to reset the boulder, which is basically like magic. We go down this passageway, and there's a door here, the door we saw before. It opens, so we can go back across this corridor, and once again we approach this door with the lever. So we now pull that lever up and we run through here, and as you can see, the boulder wants to roll again and it gets stopped by the block, and we can easily go through the door. You don't have to do all that, you can just squeeze around the boulder like this and do a jump kind of like that, but I'm just showing you proper dev intended strats in case you just like seeing the mechanisms of this level. Anyway, we're back to the big lava pit room, the big shaft if you want to call it. I don't know what you call this, and there should be another mutant around here. I think it's right above us. Maybe I should step back a little bit. There it is, coming down. Oh, it's going down. Just walking carefully. Where is it? There it is. Come on, Lara. Get that mutant down. Yep. And you can see the two levels below us. You could see the place where we jumped across from the chomping door. And you can also see, I think I'm going to have to hang drop for this. Don't drop though. There is the first level down below where we got secret number 1. So yeah, we're on the 3rd level now. So we're just going to do our running jump across to there. Just be careful. Do it slowly and carefully and you should do fine. Basic running jump, no chomping door here. But this next room can be a bit of a pain. You want to approach this carefully because I don't see the eggs moving their wings yet, but we'll walk a bit forward. And now they are. And if we walk, we can trigger one at a time, so we can walk towards this left one very carefully. And then just start shooting more Uzis. And keep shooting, 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 step back. It'll come through the corridor. Step back, go back. Because it's going to land and it will run down the corridor. You want to keep it flapping as long as possible, so don't let it land. Don't get too near it or it will land. Is it dying? Oh no, that took more health off. That was cruel. Yeah, you can't let it explode too close to you. Maybe that's not a good strat. Anyway, we've got the second one now. And this one's a bit more hesitant to explode. Oh crap. That was brutal. I'm going to take a med here. First med of the game, but Atlantis is pretty brutal. Anyway, next puzzle. We can see here there's some platforms that look a bit more like they're based on muscle and a bit more, some that are a bit more sort of skin based, I could say. Like some are sort of a bit more red and pulsating. And anyway, this is a bit deceptive because you'd probably think the more pale platforms are the ones that are safer because they look less menacing, but you can see if you look closely that the more fleshy looking platforms are actually indented and they're actually a bit flatter, which means you don't fall into the spike pit below if you jump on them and slide off. So you won't jump on them and slide off because the flesh platforms are flat and more paler platforms are actually slopes that you slide down into and to your death basically. So what we want to do is we want to line ourselves up with one of the flesh platforms and we want to slide down here and we want to do a jump across like that and we'll land safely instead of landing on a slope and having to maneuver Lara by backflipping and jumping forward and turning her a bit until she lands on the flesh platform or something like that, or just falling into the spikes. So you want to maneuver that carefully. Anyway, picked up another double stack of Uzi clips. Picked up a shotgun shell here and a large medipack to replace the one that we had to unfortunately use. Anyway, this is not going to be a no meds run, but I feel like it's best to not be too perfectionist since I am sort of just trying to explain how you get all kills, items and secrets in Tomb Raider 1. I don't have to show you how to do no loads, no meds at the same time because some levels are a bit unfair and well, Atlantis is a bit unfair for that, and yeah, you can try that at home. Anyway, this next room, which we're looking at right now with the big flesh mound in the middle, marinating in the lava there, this is our next room, and we can see that egg is already about to explode a mutant as soon as we get close to it, but first we'll get our Uzis out, and we're going to walk across to here, and there'll be a mutant flying out of that hole in the ceiling. Just turn with your back to the platform you were just running on and just sort of jump backwards if it gets too close. Just don't let it land, just shoot at it the whole time and keep a bit of a distance, and that's the best you can do really. Anyway, looks like more ammo here. A single stack of Uzi clips this time. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump across to the left here and we're going to do a careful standing jump to here. Just turn her a bit if she gets a bit bounced off by the wall. There's another flying mutant here, take it down. Okay, it's around the corner. Sometimes it does that. Uh-oh. Okay, I thought it was going to explode on me then, but anyway. We can hear more mutants, but we'll run up this corridor first. And we can see Uzi clips here. How many? Just a single stack this time. And over here, just walk to the edge carefully. We are going to jump across to the middle. I'm just going to inspect it carefully. So this is a running jump to that there. Like you can see, there's a flat platform sort of jutting out a little bit there, right where Lara's head is. So there. So I'm going to do a running jump to that. And we made it across the lava. And be careful about that corner of the room because there are mutants in there and they can start throwing fireballs at you and taking off your health. And there's not a lot of room to jump here. You can see one right there. So we want to do this next bit carefully, especially if we're trying to limit our med usage because there's not enough room to do proper side jumps without risking ourselves. So I'm going to turn carefully and I'm going to hop back because that threw a fireball. I'm going to sidestep here. And they've sort of retreated a bit, I think. Anyway, are they coming back? Yeah, that one looks like it's coming back very slowly. Oh, there it is. It's moving fast again. There's two of them. Oh, I'm gonna walk back across again. Whoops, I think it exploded. I don't hear any mutant noises, so it's possible that we killed both of them, and we'll soon see. But I'm gonna turn around now. So I'm going to turn facing where we came from. You can see the corridor we came in from over there. But we're going to turn to our left now because we've got another jump to do here. Just be careful here. Do not jump to that sloped part there. You'll fall off into the lava and there's no place to jump back. You've got to make sure that you jump to there. That's the easiest way to do it. So jump to here. And here's where the remastered version of the game is different from the original. You pick up this Uzi clip here. The original will give you a stack of 2. The remaster, as you can see, gives you a stack of 3. So that's the difference. That's the 51st item right there. The reason why there's a stack of 3 in the remaster is because in the original version of the game, one of those Uzi clips was stuck in the wall right here and you couldn't pick it up, but it was technically in the game. So just a bit of trivia for you. Anyway, we went up to the corner here because there is a lever here, so I'll just pull that. And now I'll turn around, just rolling around. And we're going to have to jump across that gap. That little area of sliding ground there. So just a running jump across. And as you can see in this corner, we have a little block to pull out because there is a corridor behind it. And you'll see there's an open door there. We opened that with the lever we just pulled. So we don't have to deal with this closed door. We can actually go down the corridor and not be trolled by a closed door behind the boulder. And we're going to go up the corridor now. And we're going to proceed with caution because there is another chomper here. And we're going to line ourselves up carefully. The chomper closes. We're just going to run across. And as you can see, we have taken out both the mutants because they aren't making any more noise. And noise is a good indicator of when you've killed an enemy or whether it's still alive in Tomb Raider 1. Because if you're hearing the enemy, it's still alive, and if you don't, it's dead. So that's as simple as that. Anyway, we're going to do a running jump across to here, where the mutants were. There we go. And we're going to keep going up here. We're going to do some climbing. And we're going to find some more items up here. We can find a small medipack here. And we have an Uzi clip here. It's only a single stack this time. And we're back out into the lava vault room, the lava pit room, whatever you want to call it. A vault, a shaft. I don't know. It's a big tall room with lava at the bottom. What can I say? And there's another mutant here, of course, because they seem to like being here. Uh-oh, it's going to land. Let's be careful. And we stood back that time, so we're okay. We didn't have to take another med. And as you can see, there's another place to running jump to here. Just another little doorway. So we're going to do that now. We're going to go through here. The door opens politely for us. And this next room is another lava room. And where we want to go first is just running jump to this little area in the corner here. Running jump. And go around the corner. And we're going to find a lever here to move the blocks in that room. And now we can navigate the room properly. So the blocks have all moved now. So we're going to run back, running jump. And we're going to running jump to this platform here. Running jump. And just a standing jump to this one. Like just angle yourself properly because it is on a bit of a diagonal. There we go. And now running jump to that lower platform there, and you can just grab onto the doorway. And over here, once again, another lever. Time to move the blocks around again. Walking back out. Now, standing jump to that platform there. Running jump to that platform there. Standing jump. And walk to the edge. Last standing jump, and we're done. And ahead of us is another secret, but we've got to take out some enemies first. So just get the Uzis out, take out these mutants. Try to use the ceiling as cover if possible, because it can block some of the fireballs. Just keep shooting. And if you're playing the original version of the game, you might want to take your finger off the fire button a little bit, because she'll target the next mutant if one dies. And over here to the right, if we've timed it right, we can access the third secret, which once again contains some ammo. Instead of the magnum clips, we have a shotgun shell this time, but otherwise we still have the Uzi clips in the large medipack. Yeah, if you don't make this door on time and you spend too much time shooting the mutants, there is a trigger tile. I'll just show you. There is a trigger tile you can step on to reopen the secret. It isn't a one-time timer, thankfully. The trigger tile is just right here. It has no pattern on it. It's a bit different from the others, so you just step on that and it reopens the door. So you can access that secret anytime you want. Just know where the trigger tile is. But now that we know that, we're going to proceed because we found all the secrets now. So we're just going to run down this corridor, open this door. This area is just a booby trap. You flip that lever and the lava comes for you, so you don't need to do that. And if you look carefully behind that door, you'll see, I think there's at least 2 medipacks behind there, but yeah, there's 2 of them behind there, but you can't get them, they don't count, so don't worry about them. Don't worry about flipping that switch unless you want to see the lava pour in for fun. It's not really worth it. I'm just going to climb up here because that's how you progress. Anyway, as you can see out here, we're moving back into the lava vault room. I don't think there's a mutant this time. I think we're getting too close to the top, so I guess the mutant supply is running out now. They're going a bit extinct. But what we can do is we can jump across to this platform, running jump to this platform with user clips here. Pick that up. And at this point you can sort of see that there's a big platform right above us. We'll be there soon, but we've got some more missions first, so we're going to go into this room. And we're going to stand to the left or the right because it will give us a bit of room to do jumps like that. You can also manage this room by sort of being turned a bit like that and jumping like that. It's a bit difficult because you want to be able to dodge the mutant, but there's not enough room in the hallway, and sometimes just jumping back like that, it doesn't really get you out of the way of a fireball very effectively. So I'll let you try to navigate that room by yourself if you're doing a no loads no meds run. But yeah, anyway, more Uzi clips here, just a single stack this time. And we can see here there's darts, there's a chomping door, and the way we navigate this is we can just walk onto this slope here, step back, more darts here. Actually that didn't quite do it. I think the trigger tile is here, so what we want to do is climb up here quickly and then drop off very quickly, and not too close to the chomping door if you can help it, and not in line of the darts. Maybe might be safer just to climb up here. So yeah, just climb up, drop off just to trigger the boulder and stop the chomper, and then climb back up and avoid the darts, of course. So climbing up here, we have a room where you can see a T for Tihokin, a Q for Qualipec, and an N for Natla. So Natla's the main star here. So what we want to do here is we can see there's a push block. You can't actually push the other blocks. You can't change those. Wait, you actually can, but I don't think you can do anything with them. It comes up as a pushable, but you can't do anything with them. Yeah, they're basically useless. So the Natla one is the one you can push. Natla's the leader. Natla's the one we're after. So don't worry about Tihokin and Qualipec. Just push this block in. We're going to push Natla off her throne soon enough. So this is very apt for what is going to happen. Spoiler alert, I know. Anyway, you go into this room. I don't think there's anything down there. But if we go to the right here, you can see there are 2 levers. And you can choose either one of these, and what they do is they open a trapdoor just below, and these trapdoors down below, like you'll either encounter a boulder or you'll encounter sliding ground. They're both slightly different, but there's a third option, and I'll just show you that now. Don't flip the switches yet. What you can do to have a bit of a shortcut is you can actually climb up behind you can climb up behind Qualipec here. You can actually climb up here. I'll just show you. So we just stand here, we climb up, and we immediately do a side jump to the left, and she'll jump up onto here. It looks glitchy, but it's actually allowed in pretty much any speedrun, I think. Like, they just allow you to do that. Like, they don't really count that as a glitch when people are doing Tomb Raider runs, I don't think. So yeah, you're allowed to do that even if it looks a bit glitchy in a glitchless run, so that's pretty cool. But maybe check first if they ever changed a rule, because sometimes they talk about things. But anyway, that's if you're doing speed runs or challenges and you're working with the community who do those sorts of things. But now we're in the next room. We've just climbed down and there's a lever here. But yeah, I've never heard that counted as a glitch. You can just climb the back of that and just do a side jump. Anyway, going down. And if we inspect this next room, we can see that there's a boulder here. So if you flipped the left switch in the other room, you would have faced the boulder. And if we look past that boulder, you can see where you would have dropped. And over here, you can see that you would have probably had to jump over the spikes fast to stop yourself from sliding in them. So there's basically two traps when you drop down, and I think one does more fall damage than the other, but we've avoided them both. We're just in the bottom of this room now. And if you have flipped those two levers and you're in the bottom of this room after getting past the boulder or past the side and jump over the spikes, what you do is you go up to the left and you jump up here, and what you want to do is basically flip that lever that we flipped just now, so it's just there. So you flip that, and what you do, like regardless of what you've done, is we actually want to climb back out now from whence we came, and we do a safety drop down, because what that lever actually did is it opened the door for us, so we can continue through this doorway here. So that's very nice, I guess. So 3 ways of doing that. You can choose your own. And this next room is a very, very challenging room if you're doing max % kills, no loads, no meds, because you're going to have some very annoying exploding eggs. But before we get to that, we're going to pick up these Uzi clips right here. Double stack. Another double stack. And this next part we'll approach carefully. We've still got pretty good health. I don't need to use a second large medipack. But if we keep going, we don't see the wings move, but as soon as we step diagonally past this flesh platform and step there, it's going to explode. So we're going to prepare ourselves for that. So we're going to step here and we're going to get ready to start side jumping. So we're going to step to the left carefully. Step. There we go. And then start doing side jumps. That can be difficult because the way you side jump in this keeps bringing you back quite close to the mutant, so you have to be really good with your timing, and it's hard to do a side jump here because you can just bounce off the wall. So you might want to, say, do this if you can manage it, and then start doing it more from here. But yeah, and if you're sort of bonking into the door, she doesn't actually like bounce off it in an awkward way, so you can be a bit more fluid with your movement even though you're hitting a wall. So maybe you can use that to your advantage. But once again, if you're doing challenges, I'll leave that up to you. But the biggest pain in the ass is still yet to come, because as you can see, egg here, egg there, 2 high eggs, and there's a lever right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip this lever. That opens the door that we just saw before in this room, accompanied by all that flesh ornamentation around it, so adorned with flesh basically. And we're going to walk carefully over to this corner here, and this gets very dicey when you're doing max %, no loads, no meds, especially pistols only, because you're really going to have to trust it. But you can basically hide in this corner here. I'll just do a roll here, and what triggers those eggs, you can see their wings moving, is basically jumping. So get the Uzis out and we stand right in this corner and we start jumping and shooting. That's not going to work. We're going to have to jump forward and back. Forward, back, and jump. And the mutant did hit us a bit, and we didn't get quite into the corner, but it was sort of very fast and fleeting what we had to do. But you can sort of hide in this corner to avoid having the mutant jump on you too hard. But it is a dicey thing to do. It's the reason why I gave up on not using med, because it's sort of like there's too much RNG in this level. So I just want to do a walkthrough just to show you some stuff, not get everything exactly perfect. It's only like my first Let's Play series, so I'm not going to be too professional. Maybe I can do a challenge later myself. I'm sort of preparing myself right now, but you know. Anyway, there's a second egg over here, and this gives you a bit more room to jump around if you need to navigate around the room. And I think it releases a flying mutant, so it's not going to touch the ground straight away. So we'll just walk towards it until we hear an egg explode. But if we jump, there we go. The jump sometimes makes it explode, and damn, I think we got hit by a fireball then. Anyway, it's exploded now. The door is open. And this is interesting because what we're going to see in the next room can sometimes glitch on you, and you are actually permitted in no loads no meds to make a save here under the current rules, because this room can be a bit dicey in terms of glitches. You can do a save here and reload, so I'll just demonstrate it now in case we do have a problem. And it's nice to save here anyway because we're going to get dive bombed by mutants and we're not very high in health. I don't want to take a second med, so we're just going to see how this goes. I'm going to try to jump straight onto a platform to bypass them, but you are experiencing an onslaught as soon as you slide into the next room, so just beware of that. So away we go, I guess. We're going to go to the right. Oh, they're coming. Up, turn, climb. And be very careful on the remastered version especially, because what you have is you basically have a flesh version of Lara, and if you shoot at it, you'll kill your own health. Where is she? She's standing on the pillar opposite, so I just don't want to shoot at her by accident. So I'm being very careful in this room how I shoot the mutants, so I don't want to target her by accident. So maybe we'll try to lure the mutants a bit more over here. Okay, they're really hiding over there a lot. You know what? Maybe shotgun is safer because it's one swift blast, and Uzis, they can just keep taking attrition even after you've shot a mutant. Like, I guess you can't take attrition once you're already dead, but you know, these mutants like and the Uzis, like they just explode, and yeah, Lara will just keep shooting, and she'll end up targeting the doppelganger straight away on the remastered version. So you don't want to do that because then that will drain Lara's own health. So I just wanted to explain that for a second, and I got a bit distracted killing the mutants. But anyway, we can go out and meet doppelganger Lara. We can sometimes call her Bacon Lara, but here she is. There we go. So basically a mutant version of Lara, and she mirrors all of Lara's movements. And you can bump into her. And if you draw your shotgun, what does she draw? I think she just does the hand movement. She just has an air shotgun. So there you go. So this is our next piece of the puzzle. And when you're doing this puzzle, just be a bit careful how you jump. Like, you don't sort of like cut corners too much on blocks and stuff. Like, don't try to jump straight from corners to corners, because that can sort of make this mutant glitch. And you'll see if this mutant glitches because you'll run straight to a corner somewhere, and she'll sort of just be like really stuck in the corner. Like, you'll just see her head jutting out of the ground in the corner where she bugged out. So just be careful of that. Like, that can happen to you. But let's not worry too much. For example, jumping from here to here, we're going to jump to the middle part of this platform, not the edge, just so she doesn't glitch. I don't know if the glitching is as common in the remasters, but in the original it is, so just be mindful. And from here, some of these jumps are a bit weird though, like I have to say. But we're going to keep to our side of the room as well, so we're going to navigate the darker part first. So we're going to do another jump to there. So that's a running jump, I think it is. There we go. And where's the mutant? She's just over there. And as you can see, there's a trapdoor over here. So what you want to do is you want to get the mutant down in this trapdoor, which is a trapdoor to lava. So we actually want to kill this mutant, which is unfortunate, but it's just the way it goes. So we want to flip this lever, and what we want to do then is we want to jump to that lighter coloured platform, jump across to there, and jump to there, and we want to jump in a way that corresponds. this platform here. So if we go over there and look at the bacon Lara, we're just going to fly over to her. We want to stand right there where she's standing, so she'll stand where we are standing now and she'll fall through the trapdoor. It's on a timer because the trapdoor does close, but we want to throw her into lava because throwing her into lava will open that door. So what we're going to do, we're going to flip this lever, we're going to run around, jump to the tan platform. Couldn't quite grab it, but we're going to climb up. Okay, and we're going to be careful not to cut corners too much. Just jump to the center of the platform. And she's still alive. Cool. There we go. She's dead. And we got an achievement. Lovely. And now, we don't have to worry too much about potential glitches with that. Yeah, the glitches can sort of happen, say, if you jump from here and I think you jump right to the corner there. That can really screw up the doppelganger because sometimes she can get caught in the corner if I didn't explain that well enough. So it's a bit complex to explain. But yeah, just be careful because there is a chance she'll glitch. And you can save before that room as I demonstrated in No Loads, No Meds runs. And it's generally accepted that you can do that because this is a pretty hard challenge and there is a little bit of slack involved by the community. Your run will still be validated, which is cool. Anyway, we just went through the door, climbed up here. We have a little reward. We have another stack of Uzi clips. And we're going to abandon the shotgun. We're going to get the Uzis out again. There's going to be a centaur coming out here, so we want to be able to jump back. So if we run up here, we should hit a horse soon. Maybe run here. There we go. Now start going back. Jump back, jump back, jump back. Uh-oh. Jump back. Ooh. Yeah, it can take a lot out of you. Oh, and you can just shoot it from here as well. And now when we're this low, we can sort of... I'm going to continue even though we're really low. We can just stand up here. The mutant will come back, so we can just shoot it and drop. And we can do this in sort of like bursts, so we don't get hit by a fireball, because we can't really take one more fireball, so we're going to have to be very careful here. So it's come back, start shooting, drop, climb back up again when it retreats. And we can sort of hide behind the mound here, so we can sort of hide behind there a bit. Oh, down we go, down we go. It came back. Yeah, we're on very low health, but sometimes you're going to be on very low health in this level, so I kind of want to be realistic for No Loads, No Meds runners of what can happen, even though this isn't actually No Meds anymore. I still haven't loaded yet, so it's still technically no loads for this level. Okay. Come on, did we explode it? I don't hear it anymore, and that's a good end. Whoop. There we go. Oh, it exploded. Yeah, just be careful. You might want to stand there a bit because it's off in a distance. You might not actually hear that as well. But there is a couple more mutants here, so just be very careful. So we're going to look at our kill count now. 31. We've got one more mutant. And it's around this corner to the right, so we want to just... There we go. Step back. Start shooting. Around the corner we go. Let it keep coming to us. Shit. We can do the same strategy here, but well, it nearly got us with the fireball here, but those mutants have lower health, the ones that shoot fireballs, and just sort of look a bit more human-shaped rather than horse-shaped. Like the centaurs shoot fireballs as well, so what am I talking about? But yeah, we took out the last kill, so we're just going to pick up these Uzi clips here. A single stack. Now we have a door here. We want to open that door and we want to operate a bridge, and there's one more Uzi clip in this level, I think. Maybe a couple more, we'll see. I didn't check the item count, sorry. Anyway, we'll just open the door, drop the bridge. We'll raise the bridge, I mean. The bridge drops by itself if you get your timing wrong, so we'll just prioritize things a bit. So that gets the bridge. Be very careful you don't fall into the lava down below. and that opens the door. We might have to run back around to the right though, because that bridge is probably going to drop, and it already has. So right then left, but you have to go left first to pick up the Uzi clips. So you can go left, so left, right, left, if you want your Uzi clips and you're doing 100% run. Okay, so we've got the bridge. The door doesn't close by itself, so just run and jump quite swiftly. Just not so swift that you cut a corner too hard and you fall in the lava. Just be careful. And be careful across these bridges, because sometimes when you're jumping over them, there is a glitch in the original game where lava can catch on fire. So maybe just run across the bridge and keep to the middle of it. Like, don't cut corners too much, because they can be a bit dicey bridges. But anyway, we've got ourselves another double stack of Uzi clips, and I think that's it for Uzi clips, to be honest. And down here, I'm not going to jump here because our health is very low, but if you do jump here and survive, there is a little doorway that opens and sends you back from whence you came, so you can go back across the bridge again and get access to this room. But I'm not going to do that because my health is very low and she'll probably crunch, even though it is an achievement in the remasters to do that. I think what I'll do now is I'll just check my statistics one more time. So we did use a medipack on this level, but we got all 32 kills, we got all 51 pickups, and we got 3 out of 3 secrets. And guess what? This level took us nearly an hour, so much longer than any other Tomb Raider level in the game so far, even longer than Atlas Mine. So these last levels get really long. Great Pyramid, the one we have next, the next level, that might not be as long. We'll just see how we go. I don't want to blow too many spoilers in case some people are just watching casually, might be a bit interested in Tomb Raider 1, might want to play it for themselves, might just like watching people play games. Like, I don't know what sort of audience I'm going to get, but what I'm going to do now, in order to end this level, we just pick up the ski on here, we just reach out and grab it.
Can't do this.
Cutscene.
We condemn you, Natla of Atlantis, for your crimes, for the flagrant misuse of your powers, and for robbing us of ours.
You can't,
Breaking the 3 bond of consent that our people are ruled and secured under, and invading Teopan and myself with our army, our warriors, empty from our pyramid, so that you can use the pyramid, its powers of creation, for your own mindless destruction.
Mindless? Look at you! Neither of you have one squirt of inventive juice in your heads. Wasters.
Let's just do it.
Tehokan!
You use the sacramental place as a source of individual pleasure, as some freak factory.
They're survivalists, a new generation.
A slaughter heap now. And you, we're gonna lock you in limbo. Make your veins, heart, feet, and that diseased brain stick solid with frozen blood. Greet your eternal unrest, Natla!
You won't rest either, or your damned continent eat death. Back again.
And you? For a grand reopening, I assume.
Evolution's in a rut. Natural selection at an all-time low. Shipping out fresh meat will incite territorial rages again. Will strengthen and advance us. Even create new breeds.
Kind of evolution on steroids, then.
A kick in the pants. Those runts Qualapec and Tehokan had no idea. The cataclysm of Atlantis struck a race of languoring wimps. Plummeted them to the very basics of survival again. It shouldn't happen like that.
Or like this.
Hatching commences in 15 seconds.
Too late for abortions now.
Not without the heart of the operation.
No!
10. 5. 4.
Skipped a few numbers there.
2. 1.
And we finally have the statistics screen again. So thank you for joining me. This was a fun level to do, even though it was quite long, and I did actually have to take a mid through this because there's a lot of areas that are RNG. It is a very enjoyable level, possibly in my top 3 favourite Tomb Raider 1 levels, even though it is a bit horror and scary with all the flesh and stuff. It's a very creative level, very interesting gauntlet for a penultimate level. Yes, this is the penultimate level of Tomb Raider 1, which means the next level will be the finale. And as we can see, it's going to be an interesting finale. It's all been set up for quite the show, but you'll have to tune in next time because that's the end of the video. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all later. Thank you for joining me again, and see you next time.